Welcome back to Upper Room Prints. I am Leanie, or sometimes go by Pauline, just depending on who you're talking to. I really debated about whether I was going to do this video or not, even though I said in my last video that I would be starting a series on my Shopify journey. The main reason is I'm feeling very discouraged. I'll show you some numbers on my screen in a little bit, but basically I feel like I've been busting my butt and I've only had one sale in the month of May. Yes, one is better than zero, but it's still difficult because, you know, when I left Etsy, I was making, at minimum 30 sales at least a month without doing a whole lot. So I am asking if everyone that is actually going to watch this video, if they could please, you don't have to buy anything, although buying something would be fantastic. But if you could take a look at my website and be brutally honest, and tell me what it is that I'm missing. Do you think it's the website design? Do you think it's the marketing? Do you think it's the way I'm laying out the products, the description? Do you think it's the products themselves? Anything and everything. I really feel like I need to know. I don't want to give up. And I hope that with this community, as small as it is, that I can grow it and I can hopefully give you all something that you would really like, that I also enjoy creating. Let's take a look at first what the website used to look like at the beginning of the month and what it looks like now. And then I will also show you the amount of visitors that I've had this month, as well as the amount of sales, which I told you was the one. And at the end of the video, I am going to tell you all about the next collection that's going to be coming out within the next month, as well as a sale that's going to be happening, I think starting next week or the week after. I can't remember off the top of my head. Okay, keep watching. This is what the website used to look like pretty much at the beginning of May. The main differences are that I had a banner going across the top stating the Mother's Day sale, and then after that I had a banner showing the my birthday sale for the month. But basically everything else looks exactly how I have it laid out here. After looking at some other people's websites and Shopify sites, I thought maybe I should update it a little bit. So this is what it looks like now. I updated the top banner or header with a little more concise topics, especially for stickers. I streamlined the beginning of it so that it was not as confusing for people. You could see specific collections, and then there's a section for reviews from previous purchasers from Etsy, and then an example of collages that used to be fairly popular on Etsy around Father's Day. And then we have the new products. I took out the headers just to streamline it a little bit more. I am considering updating all of my pictures so that they look more similar to this, if that is something that people think would help. And then the section has just a quick little blurb about who I am, what I look like, make it more personable, as well as a link to join my newsletter, which you get 10% off if you join the newsletter on your first purchase, and then just the basic information at the bottom. This section here is in regards to the number of sales that I made throughout the month of May. As you can see, on May 9th, I made one sale. I can tell you what the item was, which was the Firstborn Mother's Day card. This item, it was sent directly to the recipient instead of the purchaser. So it was very customized, and I'm guessing they received it and they enjoyed it. Anyway, so the next part, if I put my microphone down, hopefully you all were able to hear me before, is the number of sessions or visits I had for the month of May. The number of sessions were 623, which is a big increase from previous months. And the number of visitors is 598. I am proud of that. I have done a lot of advertising on TikTok. Well, not advertising. I've done a lot of marketing on TikTok, as well as Instagram, a little bit on Facebook, and on YouTube. Just doing basic videos. I haven't been doing any kind of paid things because, if you're not really making any sales, it's a little difficult to put more money into it, right? And then it tells me how many add to carts I've had. I had 3 people add their items to the cart but didn't make the purchase. And then the direct links search went up drastically. I'm not sure, why or what happened, but that's great. It also tells me where most of my traffic has come from. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I haven't looked at this report yet, but report says pretty much YouTube is the number one that has been giving me the most people looking at the site. And then it tells me which pages are more popular. So based on this, I think I need to focus a little bit more maybe on collages, like I showed you in the last part of the video, because it seems like it's popular and people are looking for something like that. Maybe if I change it up a little bit so that it's a little different from what I used to have for collages. Yeah, we'll see. This next section is, I just wanted to show you all what the amount of sales look like this year, last year, on Etsy. I had only had the business open on Etsy at this point for maybe a month and a half, 2 months. So you can see it says May 2022 into the end of May 2022. And let's take a look. As you can see, I had about the same amount of visits, but 30 sales or 30 orders. My conversion rate was also 5.5%, and I made a revenue of $85. If I had the same amount of sales on Shopify, I would not be feeling vulnerable or discouraged from starting a website or doing this on Shopify. As you can see, a lot of the visits I get were directly from Etsy, like within the actual Etsy website, and not from searching or even SEO. So it's difficult, but I'm hoping that that I'll figure out exactly what's going on. I've done a lot of research on Etsy and how to promote my Etsy products and how to lay out my Etsy products and the keywords and all that other stuff. And it took me a year, maybe less, to get to the point where I was comfortably making the amount of money that I was making each month. It wasn't a lot, but when you're at least making a little bit, it encourages you to keep going. And I know that this is just a new start, and hopefully I'll be able to figure out exactly what I need to do to get the ball rolling a little bit more. This is a sneak peek on what we will be having, or I will be having for sale coming up soon. The new collection is called the Reader's Nook. And it centers around, of course, reading, books, and frogs and butterflies. I'm in the process of making a new character, as you can see here. His name is Elmer. I can't remember what I named the butterfly. I believe it was Hector. But in pretty much every piece of illustration, either Elmer or Hector will be in the images. So I still need to add him to this little image here. But this is a print. It may also end up being 2 different bookmarks. I haven't decided yet. And then I have another print here, which I call, I think I call it Heavenly Notes or something like that, where I'm going to have, butterflies and stuff flying around here, or Hector. Some things to look forward to in that kit are, let's see, I have made an entire new schedule that I'm going to be releasing as well soon. Don't know if you can see it at all, but I'll end up having, the ability for people to purchase their own collection schedules for other artists. So we'll have 3 to 6 different sticker sets, SVG or cut files, prints, 4 to 6 of them, printables that you will be able to print and download your own art yourself, bookmarks, 3 to 6 of those, and then some other ideas I've had are for things like totes, pens, patches, mugs, but we'll see. The collection, I haven't set the firm date for it yet. It'll either be at the end of this month or the middle of next month. And then starting tomorrow, June 6th, will be the Father's Day items release. And as you can see, here are some of the newer items that will be released. They're greeting cards. This one is called "Is This a Dad Question?" with the interior looking like this. And then I have the wolf one, which I think is really cute, and a little turtle one as well. I will be showing close-up printed pictures or printed items of these within the next day or so, so that you all can get a better look at them. I did draw or illustrate all of these items myself through Procreate on my iPad, and then I uploaded it into my computer and did all the stuff you got to do. Also, starting tomorrow, there will be the Father's Day sale on every Father's Day item that I have on my store at upperroomprints.com. So like the collages and all of these greeting cards, and anything else I happen to come up with. And that sale will be going from June 6th through the 18th, which I believe is when Father's Day is. So that is the end of my video this week. Hold on. I wanted to thank you all for joining me, and please leave your suggestions or thoughts in the comments. I read every one of them I get, of course, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Thank you. Bye-bye. Goodness, that was a lot more work than it needed to be. The staff decided that they wanted to get into the process, and that last clip of Severus, I gave in finally.